Happy Monday, everybody. Good morning, Virginia.
Good morning, Laurie. How are you today?
Well, I'm older.
You would
I'm
never
older,
know.
and I had some friends play a mean trick on me yesterday, which I'll talk about. But ha ha. Anyway, I'm Dr. Laurie Davis, and you're watching the Today Show, our July 8th episode. And of course, on Mondays, it's all about self improvement, self care, self worth, empowerment.
Yes.
And Virginia is the perfect co host today because Virginia has probably participated in just about every workshop we offer. And the topic today, the 10 elements of personal greatness. What date did you say you took that workshop?
April 28th, 2022.
Wow.
Yes.
So we go back away and welcome to the show today and helping me to host today. I love it.
Thank you.
And we have a comment. Oh, Kathy's here. Good morning, Kathy Bell.
Good morning,
And
Kathy.
we're so happy to have you always. Yes. And if you're watching the show on the Facebook page, you can leave a comment, you can ask a question. And we decided today that we would have a bit of a workshop kind of show, right, Virginia?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because we both facilitate our workshops. And let's just first, before we get started, talk about we're streaming live right now on Laurie Davis Facebook page, my two YouTube channels, Laurie Davis Show Host and 5 Minutes to No Limits, the Disability Channel, gosh knows what else. And we would just ask everybody at the end of the show to just share the show because there might be somebody that could use our information.
Absolutely.
So before we get going, let's talk about why a person should have a vision for themselves. And then we're going to talk about 10 things you need in place to manifest that and bring it into fruition. So even scripturally, there's a saying, man without a vision will perish. So a vision, something maybe you can't see yet, but it's in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know the word envisioning.
Yes.
I walk my dog and I'm envisioning. What about you, Virginia?
Absolutely. With what I'm going through right now, breast cancer, I'm envisioning getting results that are excellent, no cancer. Yeah. So absolutely, we need to have that, those visions just to keep us going, keep us, on our path, what we're meant to be doing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and just keeping that in mind, no matter what you're going through, if you have a vision, you have you always have a way, you always have something to look forward to. So.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I have another story around that I share quite a bit because it's so profound and how important it is for us to be able to see things for ourselves. So this was actually a true story of two men who were captured and put into a prisoner of war camp. And one was younger, one was older, and they were put in these little huts side by side. And 3 days later, the young man took his own life. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't cope. And then the other guy, he laid on this little cot for 5 years. And every day he envisioned the perfect golf game. He envisioned what he was going to wear, which golf shirt, which kind of color shorts, and who he was going to have drinks with after at the clubhouse. And he just, every little detail. And he did that every day for 5 years. Can you imagine? And guess what? They were released. He got back home. And the first thing he did was play the perfect game of golf. Because in his mind, it had already happened. How many times?
Yeah.
So what do you think about the more often we can envision, the better? Not just on Fridays.
Yeah,
right?
No, it should be, honestly, I think that's how we should start our day. Let's start our day. How is our day going to be? If we get up and we're like, ugh, I didn't sleep well, and my day's going to be this, and then your day's going to be that. Absolutely. You're going to bring that forward. But if you get up and, start the day with some sunshine on your face and your favorite cup of coffee, whatever, tea, whatever you like, and just say, I'm going to have a great day. It's going to be a beautiful day. Things are going to go well. And already in that mindset, you're going to go out and you're going to have an amazing day.
Absolutely.
Our mindset, is so, so important. So important for every day.
Every day.
Every
Because
day.
really, today is all we have.
Absolutely.
Whether we have cancer or not, whether we have a marriage intact or not, a day can change everything. I got up Thursday. We were getting packed, ready to go to the River Cree. I'll put a plug in for them today. Have dinner with friends, stay overnight, then go for our eye appointments in Edmonton the next day. We had this vision because it was my birthday weekend. Then we were going to go to Red Deer on Sunday. And you know what, Ron, I said, you should have your shower. And so he had his shower and he came down and he said, could you just put a little cream on my back? And I said, sure. So I started putting the cream and there was this big, as I'm coming down, I went, oh my God, you have shingles. I knew them right away. I've never had them and I don't want them. But so even when you have that vision, things can happen. Yes. But now what's the key next? How you respond to that. Yes. So what are some ways I could have reacted, Virginia? Can you give me an example?
Oh, yeah, you could have been, well, thank you for ruining my weekend, Absolutely. You could have gone down that rabbit hole of negativity and blame and, criticism, but really, Ron couldn't help that.
No.
He couldn't help that that's what happened,
no,
right?
No.
So when something, when we're faced with those, bumps in the road situations, it's the only thing we absolutely have control over is how we respond.
Right.
So why ruin the whole weekend? It's still your birthday, birthday weekend.
That's right.
How can we make it where we can still enjoy it and still make sure that, everyone is feeling good?
Absolutely, because safety and health, that's number one for us. Yes. And so I said, no problem, we'll get you to the emergency just to confirm it. And maybe because it's just immediate, it could be something that you could take that would prevent it getting worse or whatever. So that's what we did. And then the next day I said, well, I'm going to go do some shopping. Happy birthday to me.
Absolutely.
I came home with a bunch of stuff that I've wanted for a while and I haven't gotten it. And so, and we stayed home all weekend and it was lovely. The weather was beautiful. Yes. And yesterday we just sat out on the deck and I had this group of friends kind of surprise me with this little improv. They lied to me. They told me I was meeting a potential client.
Oh, it was just teeny little.
I know, it was a little teeny little. All right. Well, that's excellent. So yes, outlook, attitude, everybody that I meet, and I'm not, this is not to be braggatory, but when I tell people I'm 75, they don't really believe me.
No.
And it has nothing really to do with looks. It has to do, I believe, with my energy. Yes. And my outlook and my attitude. Even if I'm on the phone, with an agency or maybe the government or whatever, and I'll say, well, we're seniors. My husband's 82 and I'm 75. And the girl on the end, you're 75. You don't sound 75. So how is a 75-year-old supposed to sound? I think we should just do a show on aging. Really?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
And looking at you this morning, who would have ever known you've been through 6 chemo treatments? You have surgery to face. You're in a really difficult space right now in your life. But look at you.
Yes.
You look like a movie star coming off the front of Cosmo magazine, honestly.
Thank you.
It's true.
It absolutely is about your attitude. I mean, faced with something that, was potentially life altering, But I'm still me. I still have, that sense of self-worth and, knowledge that, what, I've been through so much already and I've 100% landed on my feet every time. So this is just another blip in the road where, it's more of a marathon, not a sprint, but
Yeah. No,
we're in it for the long haul.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a little break, 30-second break. And when we come back, we'll get right into the 10 elements you need to keep those visions on track. And I practice these things every single day that we're going to talk about. I know you do too, Virginia. So we'll be right back. And this, of course, where there'll only be a few more shows where we see the snowflakes going up in the air, because we're bringing on some sponsors and advertisers. And Virginia, thank you so much for creating those beautiful poster for us to get that off the ground this week. This is our launching week for creating some sponsorships and advertisers for the shows. Excellent. All right, here we go.
And the Lord my God, he answered me, and this is what he said.
Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that ye may run that readeth it. Habakkuk 2:2. Now you go and live your dream.
I'm living the dream and loving my dream. My God supreme, a winning team. I'm living the dream.
The day is set. Join us October 12th, 2024 at Carrigan Arms for our next fundraiser in honor of veterans, the Invictus Games in British Columbia, Canada, and TDC Employment Program Enrollment. For more information, email us at info@thedisabilitychannel.ca.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the Today Show here on the Disability Channel. And today, Monday, is all about empowerment, self-care. And I'm so delighted to have Virginia Clarke join me today. She's one of my seasoned colleagues, and everything we talk about on Mondays, she could do the show. Really, she could. So if I'm sick or anything, I know I can always count on Virginia.
Thank you.
So Virginia,
Yes.
10 elements of personal greatness. Do you want to share what the first one is for people to jot down? And what's because you were just talking about that, really.
Yes.
So over to you. Number one.
Peace of mind.
Oh.
Peace of mind. Inner contentment. Happiness, not depressed.
Right.
Number one. Yeah. Peace of mind. Yeah.
And, that's the thing that people struggle with the most, because we process 60,000 thoughts a day. And that's just if you're average.
Yeah.
No wonder we're scattered and all over the place sometimes, right? And we find it's hard to find that quiet space.
Yeah.
Where nothing can disturb it or disturb you. Do you have one of those places? Because I'm going to recommend people find a happy place where you can just go, even if it's your bedroom, or for me, it's the park across the street. You have an acreage.
We have an acreage.
Is there a place in your acreage that is your happy place?
Yeah, I just go sit in the backyard. We have bird feeders up for the birds, and all these big, beautiful, mature trees, and it's just peaceful. It's quiet. Yeah. So, and if I need to, I can just go walk, and yeah, it's for me, nature is absolutely one of those places.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll put my earbuds in and maybe listen to something, just to, if my mind is full, just to bring it down a bit. But yeah, always I reach out to nature first. I find that's, just so calming and so peaceful, and just listen to the birds and just enjoy.
Right. So calm down is what we're saying. Just, cut yourself some slack. Yeah. We're so busy all over the place, right?
Yes.
And just chill pill. Take a chill pill. I was walking the dog this morning at 6:30, and I decided I wouldn't go to the park today. I'd go up the back alley. But there is a big German Shepherd up there, and he's behind a fence. And when we go by, he's, jumping. And today I said, "Oh, Bill, take a chill pill."
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's number one. Calm down. Clarity. We need clarity. And a lot of times, and I know you've been there and I've been there, most people are, I was awfully hard on myself for many years.
Yes. Absolutely.
Couldn't do anything good enough. I was always striving for that perfection. And that's a killer, man,
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So if you would like to, what we do in this particular workshop is we have our clients give yourself a score between 0 and 10. So where are you? 0 to 10 in terms of being able to just feel contentment, be happy, have that peaceful time. 0 to 10. 10 being perfect and 0 meaning it's in the toilet. And you're going to rescore yourself.
I'm going to rescore myself. I know. I'm excited.
All right. And we'll see how far you've come in 2 years. All right. Yes. Number 2. We need to we'll alternate, Virginia. Back
Absolutely.
Positive, loving, and authentic relationships. Boy, is this a struggle. Especially because a lot of times it's the people that we love the most who are the most damaged or toxic or angry. But in order for us to accomplish our goals and our vision, we have to have the right people around us.
Yeah.
And people who, with our darkest secrets, our most inner thoughts, and know that we're safe.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Okay.
I had a little dip in the internet there. So authentic relationships, people I can freely share my thoughts with.
Yes. Our self-worth family.
That's right. And sometimes, family may not be your bloodline. Family could be your girlfriend next door. She could be more of a sister to you than your own sister.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. Family doesn't absolutely mean blood. No. And that's why, you say relationships. That's open. That opens it up to, so many options. Yeah.
Right. And we cannot climb the high mountains by ourselves. So we need help, and we need support, and we need protection, and we need love.
Yes.
And that's why I love our self-worth family so much, because the people in our circle of self-worth, the missing link, are all like that.
Yes.
And that's who we have attracted. And we have an incredible team of people around us all the time.
Yeah.
Who will lie to you and tell you that you're going to meet a client, and then you show up and they're there for a surprise birthday bomb. And in the meantime, I'm working with Virginia on a flyer, and she's texting me, "Oh yeah, I'm going to change this, and yes, I'll make that font brighter." And I'm thinking she's busy working on a flyer. I'm not imagining you coming anywhere. You weren't even in my vision. There we go.
You were in mine.
Okay. So on a score of 0 to 10, how do you feel right now about your relationships, the people around you? And they say that we are the total sum of the 5 people we talk to the most frequently. So, and Zig Ziglar once said, we become what we are around. Mm-hmm. So be careful whom you are around. And sometimes that means we have to remove ourselves for a while, step back, take a step back, and not be in that toxic place. Anything else you want to add there, Virginia, before we do number 3?
No, that goes back to number 1, your peace of mind. If the people around you aren't giving you that, helping you with that peace of mind, then absolutely you need to find different people. You need to find those people who, bring out that happiness, not, keep you down. Yeah.
Right.
So everything is connected.
It is. Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. You know a lot
about
number
3. I do. Vibrant health energy and wellness, stamina, and you need to pace yourself. And absolutely something I've learned going through this cancer is, I can't do the things that I used to do in the time that I used to be able to do them. So again, it's, understanding, hey, it's okay that you have boundaries. Pace yourself. Your health is everything. And when we talk about health, we mean full body health, mental, physical, emotional, social, all of that. When we talk about our health and wellness and energy, everything is connected. Full body health is what we always strive for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which reminds me that we have, and you're involved, and so is Kay, and it's on my calendar to get back at our sessions,
Wellness.
because we have 40 workshops called Responsible Wellness, which we feature on Wednesdays, because Wednesday's Wellness Day.
Yes.
So we all know what to do. We all know how we should do things, but it's the why we don't that we need to get to, right? So that supports people. So health and wellness, are you eating properly, getting enough rest, taking care of your body? And I know that that's paramount for you, and you've been doing that for years, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's, you know what, though, when we think about it, that's why one of the big pluses for your cancer diagnosis, the fact that you were in great health. And that was with me when I had mine. It was the wellness, it was the health that I had taken care of prior to, which made it not life-threatening.
Yeah. And I mean, going through the process, going through chemo, I feel like I went through it pretty good, and absolutely,
Yes.
say thank goodness that I was already on that journey and, had a healthy outlook and healthy body. Because if I was where I was a few years ago, it would have been, I don't think I would be sitting here right now. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4. So we need to be healthy in order for us to do the things we want to do. Like you said, even if it takes a little longer, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Right? It's just we're able to do it. Okay. Number 4, we need to feel like we belong somewhere. Because as an entrepreneur for 40 years now, self-employed, I've been for 40 years. I'm the one who goes to the Christmas. I saw this little cartoon. It was a desk, and on the desk was a bottle of wine and a wine glass. And there was one guy sitting behind the desk with a party hat on. And he said, "The Christmas staff party of the self-employed."
Yeah.
So lots of times we're alone. We feel alone, and it's not because we're lonely at the top. It's because of what we've chosen to do. But to have a group of people I feel terrific being around, well, that's our self-worth team. And these people are part of my winning team. They want to support me, so if anyone in our group has something like a book, a product, we all support that.
Yes. And
we help each other to grow. For some people, it's maybe their church, or other people, it might be their big enlarged family. It could be, but we really need to feel like we're part of something. And isolation is very unhealthy.
Yeah.
And some people can be in a crowded room. I've been there and still feel alone. Can you connect to any of that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, it's, when you go through the self-worth process and you understand a little more about, hey, now I know why I feel alone when I'm in a room full of people, you can make, those changes yourself. You can understand why. And again, like we talk about, everything is connected. Like number 2, positive relationships, that sense of belonging. So everything we're talking about today for personal greatness is connected in one way or another. One's going to fall into the other one. And that's why, when you think about it, If I've got good relationships, I'm not going to feel alone in a crowded room.
No, that's right.
I know exactly, right? So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll do number 5, and then we'll take one of those imaginary sponsorship breaks.
Sounds good. Number 5, the one
Number
that a lot of people need to understand: confidence, self-esteem, and self-expression. I love myself, and I am not afraid to be myself.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, you see, just the very, well, I'll use your cancer as an example because it's a great teacher right now.
Mm-hmm.
For all of us. You lost your hair during chemo. I didn't see you run out buying a wig. You don't even care because you wear your hair like that anyway. Isn't that interesting? But no, it's just having that faith in myself,
Mm-hmm.
believing in myself. One of the ways that I've managed to be in business for 32 years is I have never given up on me.
Mm-hmm.
I've had other people give up on me. And that's when a lot of people get discouraged and maybe quit or leave or jump the ship. I've had a lot of people jump ship, but I've never jumped the ship.
Yes.
Off the ship. Well, the captain's always the last one to leave anyway, so
That's right.
I guess I'm gonna.
You're stuck no matter what.
I'll be the pirate this morning. Okay, I'll be the pirate. But yeah, believing in ourselves.
Yes.
And that's really hard to do when you've been told your whole life maybe you're not as smart as your brother or your sister or your cousin Janie. She's a lot more talented than you. And you know how people get into comparing us to others. And I never felt that I was attractive. And I was, and I'm prettier now than I was when I was younger, because when I was younger, I didn't have that attitude that I have now.
Yeah, the confidence.
Because the beauty comes from inside out. I look at pictures of myself when I was younger, and I'm thinking, I look troubled. I really did look troubled. Mm-hmm. And I was in trouble, and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And you can be the most beautiful person, but if you're ugly inside, it's gonna come through.
That's right.
It's gonna show through. That people will see that.
Absolutely.
Right? See that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And not being afraid to be yourself. Sometimes, oh well, I don't want to wear that, or I don't want to do that. But if that's what you love to do, and that's what you want to do, and that's what makes you happy, be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever is meant to be in your corner will be in your corner.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At the time they're supposed to be there.
Absolutely. Yes.
Or not. Or not. I'd like to just take a minute, though, and share the difference between confidence and self-esteem. We hear the word self-esteem. Self-esteem is self-worth, self-love, respecting oneself, and placing value on myself. And did you know, Virginia, that by the time we're 3, we are already starting to make decisions about our value, whether we matter or not, whether we're special or not. And that's pretty young. Yeah. To be thinking like that. Whereas confidence, it's not the same thing. I know lots of people who have confidence, but they don't like who they are. Yeah. So a confident person is someone who takes risks, achieves, maybe they're an overachiever, which is actually a behavior of somebody with low self-worth. Mm-hmm. So your confidence, we didn't know if our marriage was going to work, but we got married.
Anyway.
I don't know why that keeps blacking out, but anyway, I must be shaking up the fiber optics or something when I'm speaking. I'm thinking that's what's going on. Okay. So that confidence is, stepping out. Maybe we don't know if our children are going to be born healthy, but we have them anyway. Yeah. Right? That's confidence. But self-esteem is placing value on me, on myself, knowing that I have worth and that I'm worthy.
Yes.
Right. And that's our
Two
whole,
totally different things.
totally.
You wouldn't think it was, but it really is, because someone, like you said, can look confident on the outside but have no self-worth on the inside.
Absolutely.
You know, I used to know a gal, and that's what she said too. My makeup was done to the T. I was dressed to the nines. Anywhere I went, people would think, oh, she's got it together. And on the inside, she said, I felt like I was dying.
Yeah.
Right.
That was me. Miss Good Look.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is when we would take a little break. So we're going to do that. And we're going to, we have a very special cost-effective offer for the first 30 people who want to advertise on our shows. And our audience is growing every day exponentially.
Yeah.
So if you have a small business, a home-based business, you'll be able to afford to advertise with us. So we're going to give the first 30 people a very special deal. And if you want to know more about that, then you need to contact me directly. Just call the doc. Text the doc, and she'll fill you in on the details. All right, we'll be right back after this message. I'll have to get used to saying that.
Yes, you will.
The secret's out. My nails are chewed. My lungs have gone from yelling at you. This book's been read. The contents erased. Memories of you have drowned up without a trace. And what you wrote on the mirror left me in tears. A note on the doorway tore up our last 5 years. So I walked out the door and down the lane. I never waved goodbye as I walked away. So now,
Introducing Veteran House Alliance International Monthly 50/50 Raffle. Purchase your ticket today, link on display, and have a chance to win cash and help a great platform supporting veterans.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the Today Show here at the Disability Channel. And on Mondays, we talk about empowerment, improvement, self-care. And today, my colleague Virginia Clarke and I are sharing 10 elements that we need in place in order to move forward, in order to live a beautiful life, really.
Yes.
We all deserve that.
Yes,
okay, over to me, is it? I'm
yes.
next?
Number 6,
Oh.
you are.
Oh, and how are you doing with your scoring? If you're listening and you want to evaluate where you are with these elements, give yourself a score from 0 to 10. Virginia's going to wrap it up for us later when she shares her scores from 2 years ago till now. All right, number 6. Oh, I'm a good person to talk about this one.
Yes,
Optimism. Yes. Optimism. I mean, I was born with this. I know it. It's in my DNA. I could have life shake me down in scary, scary ways. And like you said, Virginia, my dad told me one time I was one of the few people he knew that could fall down the hole of an outhouse and come back up smelling like a rose. He didn't say hole in an outhouse. You know what I'm saying?
I got it.
Come back up smelling like a rose. And that's because optimism is having that expectation of good things happening in your life. Mm-hmm. And you have to go through the storms, riding the waves. You know, most people live like this. Like a heart monitor, you know. They're lower than a snake's belly, or they're higher, so high they can't touch the ceiling, or they can touch the ceiling. But really, it's got to be like this.
Yeah.
So you can ride the waves. COVID was a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
I rode that wave. Our business it disappeared overnight.
Yeah.
250 million businesses went down during COVID, and we were almost one of them, but I knew it wouldn't last forever. And so we must be able to expect good things to happen in our life, in our career, with our finances, our health, our relationships. And when the you know what hits the fan, and it does,
Yep.
a lot when you're in
Mhm.
business. You know what I do now, Virginia?
What?
I go, I wonder what this present is going to be.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I wonder what the gifts are in this one. So I
Interesting.
just sit back and I just wait for the presents.
Mm-hmm.
Because in everything, it used to take me 5 years to be able to look back and say, oh, that was a bad thing that happened to me. But out of that came, well, being able to live in a space where you look for that right away certainly minimizes the disaster.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Yep.
And even one of my business colleagues from years ago looked at me and said, you know what, Laurie, like you're always being looked after. Because if I lost a facilitator or a customer wasn't happy or whatever, it was because that person was not going to be in my life or supposed to be in my life for the next piece.
That's right.
And I'd grieve that. I'd cry for a week. I'd think it was my fault. I'd blame myself. What else could I have done? Blah.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar, Virginia?
It does. Yes, it does. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And there was a quote. Who said that the other day? Maybe, what was that? Was that Jill?
It was powerful.
The healing. Did I write it down?
The unhealed part of you.
Yes. Some people are there for that. Yes. The people that fall off during your healing process were drawn in by the unhealed version of you. And we're only meant to be in that part of your life.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was something along that line. That's what it was about. Yeah.
Right on.
So those who are meant to be there will be there. And those, who maybe need to move on, let them go. It's okay.
It's okay. Because there's 8.5 billion of us. It's not like we're ever going to run out of people.
No.
All right. Number 7. Virginia.
Number 7, a sense of purpose and destiny. We are in charge of our lives. We need to set goals in writing. We need to take action, and we need to know our purpose. And this, I think, a lot of people struggle with, trying to, why am I here? What am I going to do? What's my purpose? Right. So yeah, that's always a question that we need to ask ourselves. But yeah, set your goals, write them down. When you put that pen to paper and you see it written down in front of you, that gives you something to look forward to go on, to build on. And, if you need to have an accountability person, that can say, hey, have you drank all your water today? Have you had a healthy meal? Anything like that. Simple goals. It depends on what you're working on. If you're working on your health, absolutely. One goal, I'm going to make sure I get my 8-ounce glasses of water a day. Anything like that. It doesn't have to be, life-altering, life-changing. Goals can be small. Goals can be big. They can be, just write them down.
Cool. The other thing that comes to mind here too, and I've helped to simplify this for a lot of my clients. Why am I here? Mm-hmm. I don't know why I'm here. What do I want to do? And I just said, well, how about everybody on the planet? Your purpose is to make a difference. Okay, that's all. That's why we're here. We're here to help each other, and we're here to make a difference. Yes. So if I'm walking down the street and there's a homeless person and I give them a smile, I've made a difference. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a lot of times, until people feed back to you how you made that difference for them, we walk through life not even recognizing or realizing that we did make a difference for somebody. Absolutely. Yeah. And back to what you just said, it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be little things to make a difference. Yeah. I made bread one day and I took a loaf to my neighbor next door, my neighbor next to them, and my friend behind me. It was just a loaf of bread. Yeah. So that I wouldn't eat it all. Okay. That was the real purpose. No, but just sharing that, they were like overwhelmed. They went, what? Wow. Mm-hmm. And I think, when we go back to COVID, we lost a lot of that. We lost the ability to
to go out and help people, especially if that's what we do, right? You can't have people over, you can't do this, you can't really, and yeah, I mean, it's, we're still feeling the effects from COVID. We're still feeling that. People are still, not sure. Just hold a door open. It's something simple.
Right.
Hold the door open for someone instead of, just letting it slam in their face. We lost so much of that during COVID. And yeah, we need to bring that back, that kindness and, those small little acts of kindness. We need to bring that back.
Right.
It's
Full
so
force.
important. Yeah.
Full tilt. Okay.
Okay.
Number
What's
8.
next?
I'm getting the ones that talk about me.
Yes.
Number 8, resilience. This is so important.
Yes.
Some people can't handle it if they break a fingernail. Okay. When problems, adversities, and setbacks come my way, I know I can handle anything life throws at me. And in the face of these challenges, I continue to persist until I succeed. I don't quit or give up too easily. And I'm not a quitter.
Yes.
But I have been married 3 times, and somebody might consider that being a quitter. But it was right. It was circumstances.
It was circumstances, absolutely. Yeah.
But at the same time, loyal to nausea. You know what that means? Like, sometimes I was too loyal.
Yeah.
To nausea, that it would make me sick.
Yeah.
Because the loyalty was not appreciated or embraced.
Yeah. Yes. Sense.
So resilience is being able, once again, to ride that wave and know that not every day is going to be fantastic. But trust me, the fantastic days outnumber the not so
absolutely fantastic. Yes.
So resilience. I bet your score went up there.
Yeah, mine was pretty high last time too. So
yes, right.
I've always had that. I think we called it bounce back ability. So the BBA, I've always had good bounce back ability. Like I said before, I've conquered 100% of everything I've been through. I'm still here, so I'm confident in that area of my of my personal greatness.
Right on. Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Right. Number 9, Virginia.
Mastery of service. I know what I'm good at. I know how to help others, and I love my job.
Yes. I love my work, and I'm great at what I do.
Yeah.
I actually used that the other day when a client was interested in one of our retreats, and they said, well, people are always asking me, why is your stuff different or special or whatever? And I said, well, in this particular situation, because I am great at what I do, and I can actually guarantee the results. Not many people can say that,
No.
I can guarantee the results. We'll get the results. Might take a while, but we'll get there. Yeah. So knowing your what you're good at. Sometimes I'm baking or whatever, and I'm singing, and it's amazing. The dog can't stand it when I'm singing. I don't know what it's wrong with that. And Ron, under his breath, is saying, you can talk really well, but do not give up your day job to become a singer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I get that a lot too.
Yeah. So knowing our limitations is important, but at the same time, we don't let it stop us from doing what we want to do.
No, and again, like when I say everything is intertwined, be yourself. Just because I can't sing doesn't mean I'm not going to sing.
No, exactly.
Right? My husband too, he said, he goes, I want to make sure that people know that I'm not hurting you when you're singing. That's how bad it sounds. He's like, I hide away in the house because, right? But that doesn't
Yep.
stop me. I'm
No,
going
that's
to be
right.
myself 100%. Life is too short not to be yourself 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because if you're not being yourself, who are you being? And
Yeah.
generally it's comparing, that gets us into trouble there, because we want to compare ourselves. She's thinner, she's prettier, he's richer, all that stuff, right? So it's, Kathy said she's been told she can't sing either. Well, join the club, Kathy.
That's
No
right.
problem, right?
That's right, Kathy. You're in good company.
That's right. Okay, so when you're good at something, be okay with that, and don't dismiss it or put it down. Or if somebody says, wow, you're just such an amazing cook, be that little 3-year-old and say, I know.
Yeah.
But we say things, oh, you shouldn't have said that. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, that's your low self-worth talking.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Like you and me with with all my things behind me there.
Your certificates.
My certificates.
You like to share that?
Yeah.
What happened there? See all those beautiful certificates?
I can't even think of what we were talking about at the time. And I said, oh, yeah, I've got certificates. And, well, where are they? Well, they're in a drawer in the office. That's a good space for them, right? Why aren't they on the wall? Because you don't. Before you start this process, I don't want to brag. I don't want to brag about myself. I don't. But you know what? I've done so many amazing, beautiful things. And I've got a lot of training. I love to learn. So why not, just pat yourself on the back? I love to learn. So I have certificates for a lot of different things. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was when we did a workshop on self-worth, and that demonstrated your low self-worth when you had your certificates tucked in the drawer.
Tucked away. Mm-hmm.
And if you have a degree, a lot of people don't have their university degrees on the wall. Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah. But if you don't know, when you don't know until you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, and number 10, in order to move forward and build my vision of what is possible, then we have to have a healthy relationship with money. And people, when you start talking about money, which is why I'm really excited about our Tuesday show, which is Money Matters with Dr. Ramin Modiri, coming out of that place of being uncomfortable, because you can have a terrific relationship with somebody, and then as soon as money enters it, it can change the whole thing if people aren't able to communicate and come to the table. So I have the ability to create the wealth I need to fulfill my mission. So how do I get it done? Well, I've had a lot of help from other people, but we also need to earn the amount of money that we need and not be worried about money. People who have lots of money spend all their time worrying about somebody stealing it. People who don't have any money spend all their time worrying about where they're going to get some.
Yeah.
So I suggest a middle of the road approach, right?
Yeah.
Have enough. Actually, someone once said cash flow is more important than any amount of money in the bank, because cash flow is what comes in and goes out in a flow that's pleasing to you, comfortable for you. Not everybody wants to be a millionaire. Not everybody wants to be poor. Some people choose to be poor. Some people choose to be millionaires, whatever it is. But
exactly.
Right? It's your relationship with money that matters. I know, but on the other flip side of that, I know I deserve to experience prosperity.
Yes.
It didn't say, I know I deserve to have a lot of money. Experiencing prosperity is not just about money. It's about friends. It's about family. It's about good food. It's about lots of things.
Absolutely.
Health, right?
Yeah.
But we need that financial freedom, that wealth to move our projects forward.
Yes.
So you cannot give groceries to your neighbor if you do not have any in your cupboard.
Exactly.
Pretty simple. So, and what I learned, it costs money to help people. And so many people with no money want to help other people. And I'm going, I'm sorry, you really want to help people? It's going to cost you in time, money, energy, all those things.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, looking back, if your health, again, we talked about health, energy, and wellness. If you don't have that energy, but yet you want to help people, you have to help yourself first. Where can I need my health. I need my mental health, my physical health, my spiritual wellness, anything like that. If that's not intact, it's someone hurt trying to help someone else who's hurt. It doesn't always work that way. It doesn't work well that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We need to be healthy ourselves in mind, body, spirit before we can spread that energy to someone else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got about 5 minutes or so. Where did that hour go?
I don't know. I'm like, oh, the time. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, like that's an hour I'm not going to get back, but well spent.
Well spent. Yes.
Well spent.
Absolutely.
So you did this workshop 2 years ago in April,
Yes. Yeah.
and you had certain scores.
Mm-hmm.
So would you like to give us a little rundown of what you're seeing there right now?
Yes. For me, everything went up. Because I've been doing this for 2 years now. So my lowest ratings last time were the financial freedom and actually my peace of mind were two of my lowest. Yes. And the confidence, of course, because we're learning, right? So when I started this program, I had no idea that I didn't have any self-worth, or, people told me that they were surprised because I always looked confident. But again, like we talked about, you can look confident and not feel confident, not feel that. So yeah, those were, everything has gone up. Everything has gone up.
Wow.
Yes. And the only thing that stayed the same was my health. But I rated myself as a 7 last time. Irregardless of what I'm going through, I still, I understand what I'm going through, and I understand what I need to do to still stay healthy, irregardless of what I'm going through, if that makes sense to anyone.
Yeah, for sure.
And my sense of purpose, because it was already high. So that one stayed the same too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So other than that, yeah, it was beautiful. I quite enjoyed doing this again and seeing where my ratings were and seeing how much I've grown over the years. It's just so amazing. And that it's a big confidence boost too. Mm-hmm. It is really to look at these and go, wow, I've come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, you are one of the people who know that when I say I mean that, not as a filler.
Yeah.
You know that there is no arrival time on personal development.
No.
And some people think they can take a workshop or a seminar or watch a podcast and then they're good.
No.
No. I turned 75 yesterday and I had some really big lessons over my birthday weekend.
Yes.
Right?
Well,
so it never ends.
No. And there's always going to be those situations come up and those bumps in the road. Yeah, absolutely. Those are never going to go away. It doesn't matter, where you're at. You're always going to have situations pop up, and you're always going to need that, that self-worth and self-confidence. And, that's why on Mondays, when you talk about that, people might think, oh yeah, no, but people don't know. Like I said, I knew that I had issues because, I used to abuse alcohol. So I knew there was something there, right? So, but not understanding the concept behind it. So when you come in and listen to Monday programming, you're going to realize, hey, you know what? I don't, all these things on this list, I'm missing maybe 2 or 3. Now, right? So you can go in and say, oh, now I know what I need to work on. Now I know what this goal is going to be this week. So yeah, I mean, it's always a learning process. It's always, that beautiful transition, that beautiful journey that you're going on. And yeah, you're going to need it. Doesn't matter how old or young you are. Absolutely.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And there is no arrival time. So
No.
I say that because I have been I'm like you, I've always loved to learn new things and how to do new things. But when I decided that I was going to study Laurie, I've been the most fascinating thing to study. Right. Because now I look back and I don't even recognize myself.
No.
That was me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Huge.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Even pictures of myself, I go, oh, that couldn't be me. I couldn't have let myself go like that. And I did.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. 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 And it's amazing. Yeah.
Go ahead, Virginia.
It's amazing, what you learn about yourself along the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the most important thing that you learn, I have to speak for myself, but
yes,
the most important thing that I've learned about me
mm-hmm.
is I didn't realize how smart I was.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. All the way from that teacher in grade 10 who told me that with those kind of marks from junior high, I would never amount to anything. Well, I'm really glad I didn't buy into that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And that's what I have come to understand about me and how my mind works and how I think and how I could see needs for people before they can even see them.
Yes.
But we're fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
We're not complex. We're quite simple, actually.
Yeah.
And we're fascinating.
But you have to have the courage to look inside.
That's right.
You have to have the courage to take that leap and look inside and say, you know what, I know something's not right, and I need to make it right. I need to have those tools to make it right. So when I move on, I have a teenager, so he needs to see that I'm a confident person and I've got the self-worth, and I understand now, why I did the things I did. But you have to have that courage to take the leap and always continue to take the leap, because something will always pop up.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Saying yes to opportunities that, come your way.
Mm-hmm. Yes. They might scare the pants off you, but say yes anyway.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll help you put them back on. All right.
Yes. Yes, we will.
Yeah. We have over 1,000 workshops for people to participate and educate yourself about yourself. We'll spend hours studying a topic or a subject, and we'll dedicate that time and the money and expense. But then when it comes to studying me, we have a whole different attitude. And I don't understand that really, because we're the most fun thing you'll ever study. Right?
Absolutely. Yes. And you're stuck with yourself. Really.
That's right.
You're stuck with yourself.
You better get to like who you are.
Absolutely.
All right. Yes. So, Virginia, just thank you so much for being here today.
You're very
welcome.
Been a real joy. I always enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it always is. And Virginia's going to be joining us on Mondays, and we have guests on Mondays. So whatever Mondays she's available, she'll be here with us every Monday, because she's our self-worth expert here, along with myself.
Yes.
And we love what we do, and that's what we do.
Yes.
All right. So bye for now. We'll see you tomorrow with Dr. Ramin Modiri. Oh, the show tomorrow. Yes. It's going to be a fun show. And he's come up with the greatest lists.
He does, doesn't he?
Here's all the top 24 songs that have the word money in them. Here's the movies you need to watch if you want to learn more about money. So tomorrow he's going to share with us a billionaire's mindset.
Ooh, excellent. So, all right.
No, not how to be a millionaire mindset.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Perfect. All right.
Mindset. So we'll be back twice tomorrow, because of course at 9:00 is Money Matters. And then at 11:00, then we're talking Mountain Time. Doug Smith and I do our sports show, The Press Box. So Tuesday's a big day for us, 2 shows in a row. Yes. So we'll talk to you later.
Have a great day.
Have a great day, and go envision something for yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
The Disability Channel would like to thank our existing sponsors: We really appreciate the support and kindness from the BIAs across the GTA, Ontario, Canada, and our friends in the USA. We love making new friends. Thank you for supporting our existing employment programs.